for allowing us to have this event. Thank our event sponsors, Gene Ruffridge, the Senior Vice President of CR&R Environmental Services. Thank you for being here. We have blue champagne from the Bronco Wine Company, and that was arranged through connections with our own Mayor Pro Tem, Lori Davies. Thank you, Lori.
Hey, how you doing there? Are you having fun? A camera in one hand and a drink in the other. That's the way you do it, huh?
And thank Lustato with Fratello's for providing all of our food.
Meatballs and bruschetta from Fratello's, right there on Clubhouse in Miguel. Our favorite customer, Jenny. Felt like a
The mayor's table sponsor was Donald Froelich, president of Molson Miguel Water District. Peter Tran, the owner of Signature Desserts. And Paul Simons, Orange Coast Public Affairs Manager of Southern California Gas Company. Our desserts tonight were provided from Costco, Cabot and Crown Valley over here. Entertainment tonight, Matt Brown with Sway Ballroom Dance. Going to do a little demonstration for us tonight. We are being videoed by our videographer, Tom Gersten with Reflections Video Productions. And our photographer is the fabulous Mark Montgomery Photography. Now I'd like to introduce our beautiful Mayor Pro Tem, Miss Lori Davies.
Thank you. First of all, this wouldn't be possible without Mary Smith and Allan Cadillac. They've really gone all out, so if we could please thank them. You know, I have to tell you what a pleasure it is to be able to stand here. I basically met Jerry 3 years ago when we were running, and it has been such an honor to be able to sit next to you. Not only does my respect for you grow every day, but my friendship does, and that means a lot to me. And it's been such an honor, and I want to tell you, you should be proud of the job you've done as mayor this year. You've really just gone all out for the city, and you've really represented them in the best light you possibly can. So I want to thank you, and I'd like to introduce Mayor Jerry McCloskey.
Please introduce my family, my wife Marilyn, my daughter Lori, and my son-in-law Peter. When I came on the city council, you got to understand that we didn't come into a terrible situation. This city has been run very well over the years. When I came on, along with Lori and Jerry Schlusowitz, the city is in great condition. And one of the things that I always had in my mind is that I wanted to make sure that we didn't screw it up. And I don't think we have. I first came into Laguna Niguel in 1979. I was transferred down here on a job, for a job. And first time I came out to Laguna Niguel, somebody gave me a ride out here. And I said, where in the hell am I mean, it was really out in the boonies. And we bought a house, and we still live in that same house. And we intend to stay here as long as we can. This is a great place to be. I was first involved in city affairs. For many years I didn't do much. At one point I decided I had to give back something to the city because it was such a wonderful place. So I was at a Rotary meeting, and a guy came up to me and said, how would you like to be president of the Botanical Preserve? I didn't even know how to spell botanical. And I spent 10 years as president of the Laguna Niguel Botanical Preserve. It really turned out well. We have a new president now, Monty McDivitt. He's doing a great job. And it's something you got to go see, especially go up and see the labyrinth. It's a world-class labyrinth up in the Botanical Preserve. I also was involved founding the Orange Coast Watershed Environmental Center in Aliso Woods Canyon Park. We've been having programs with school children, telling them about the environment and also about the watershed that we are in. It's very cogent right now. One of the best things that I got involved with is, along with Robert Ming and Linda Lindholm, was one of the founding members of the Laguna Niguel Military Support Committee. It is very active. It is a wonderful organization. We support two military units, the 1 Ford Battalion in Camp Pendleton, and the USS Stockdale, which is a destroyer, a fast destroyer in San Diego. Just today, we sent some money off to buy 100 sheets for returning veterans, not veterans so much, but returning Marines coming from deployment. Okay, I'm going to finish it up here. I'm going to be passing over the mayoral duties in about a month to a wonderful woman, Lori Davies, and she's going to be. I think she's going to be a pretty active and great mayor, and it will be my pleasure and my privilege to work with Lori and Elaine and Jerry and Fred, and I just think it's going to be, and Elaine, and I think it's going to be a great experience for all of us. We have the interests of the city first. It's not that we're doing this for the money. I'm going to tell you that. And we're doing this because we love Laguna Niguel, and I hope you do too. Thank you.
I just have a quick question for you, kind of like thanks for the memories. I know you went to Berkeley, and that was back when Berkeley was Berkeley. Right, it's Berkeley, but anyways, do you have any memories you'd like to share with us in regards to your fraternity or anything like that?
We do.
Oh my God!
Please, brother. Move over to the side. Move over to the side. It's pretty good that you're wrapping up your mayor year because it's all over for you now. We just take a few minutes. My name's Bill Steiner, and I'm glad to be here. I have been a friend of Jerry's for almost 60 years. In fact, Jim Foudy, myself, and another friend of yours in Chico, John Jeffson, have a wealth of material we're going to share, but it's only about 3 or 4 minutes long, so don't worry. And it's a walk down memory lane. It's not a roast. It's just a walk down memory lane. So Jerry and Marilyn, I think, and John Jeffson and Chico and myself, we were all born in April 1937. All of us were. And
I didn't know you were that old.
We're old. Jerry was my roommate, my fraternity brother at UC Berkeley, beginning in 1955-56. And we attended Cal from 55 to 59. So the disclaimer that I always use, I went to UC Berkeley, BC, before chaos. Definitely. And we actually wore our ROTC uniforms. I did my Air Force uniform, Jerry did his Navy uniform, and we were accepted at UC Berkeley from 1955 to 1959 as patriots. So when I got involved in Rush Week, I really wanted to get into this fraternity, and I really had been in the wrong, I really belonged at East Los Angeles Junior College, but somehow I got into Cal, and I really wanted to be part of this fraternity. And so I introduced myself, Jerry was there, as being from Bell. They said, "Oh, you're from Bel Air?" No, I'm from Bell. "Oh, you're from Balboa." No, I'm from Bell. Okay, so I had to clarify that because I don't think there was anybody for years from Bell High School at UC Berkeley. But then I was there with Jerry. And Jerry, was from Rodeo, and he went to high school in Crockett. That's next to the C&H sugar factory there, the Carquinez Bridge. And so it was a similar community to Bell. And so I was able to get into that fraternity and form a great relationship. Jerry was president of our fraternity. And he spent a lot of time going to the dean's office because of our questionable behavior and the fact that we were on double academic probation for a year or so.
That's true.
Jerry, that's true. Yes, Jerry was a very serious student. He had all sorts of leadership ability, even at that time. and he was a great mentor to me, and he kept me on track. So I was able to graduate. Even though it took 4.5 years and 2 summer sessions, I got my bachelor's degree from UC Berkeley. Jerry also married his college sweetheart, and they're still married today. So did Jim Foudy, married his college sweetheart. And he graduated and was commissioned as an ensign in the United States Navy, and he served on a cruiser. He was also a successful real estate developer, and I bought a house from him, for my son who was a fireman in Corona. I bought a house from Jerry in 1988. We shared a mutual interest in politics. He had always supported me. I was on the school board in Orange, and I was on the city council in Orange, and then I was on the board of supervisors for 6 years, and Jerry helped me during those campaigns. But then he says, Bill, you understand that you're the 4th district supervisor, and I know in the 4th district you've got Anaheim, you've got Buena Park, you've got Disneyland, you've got Knott's Berry Farm, but we don't want any airport at the El Toro Marine Corps Air Station. I said, don't worry, Jerry, I've got grandkids in Santa Margarita. They said, Grandpa, don't let those planes fly over my house. So that worked out really well. So Jerry has another great friend from the past, Jim Foudy, who has a few more things to share.
My name is Jim Foudy, formerly from Mission Viejo, Laguna Niguel. Now my wife and I, Judy, live in Palm Desert, California, but we're still close to the McCloskeys. Thinking back to Jerry, we found some information about him in high school. I understand he was a car buff. And is this true? You had a 1952 Packard 4-door convertible?
I did.
I didn't know Packard made a convertible.
We did.
That was a big thing. Another interesting note about Jerry in high school, or right after high school, when he was 18 years old, he and John Jeffson, who became fraternity brothers with us, told their parents they were going to go on Friday night to Oakland from Rodeo. They said they were going to go see the Hiram Globetrotter basketball team. Where they really went was to the Gypsy Rose strip show.
Come on.
John confirmed that, so I thought that was kind of fun. Not only was Jerry my fraternity brother, but my pledge brother. And in the fraternity, I guess a lot of fraternities do that. Everybody gets a nickname. This was Stock. I think because he was president of the fraternity for a while, and he was always calm and could handle crises pretty well. And I think it was Jerry that gave me my nickname, Harry High School. Several years ago, my wife Judy asked me, how did you get the name Harry High School? I said, I think it was because I looked so young. It was really, I think, because on our pledge sneak, I asked so many dumb questions, and my maturity for an 18-year-old wasn't too strong. And I think it was Jerry that named me Harry High School. One of the proudest things I did about 11 years ago, I invited Jerry, and he went with me to a group called Christians in Commerce, a men's group that meets every week for an hour. It's a power-packed hour in this area, and it's a nationwide organization. It's all Christian faiths from all different churches, which is beautiful. And in that hour, there's a short talk, prayer, then small group discussions on the talk, and more prayers, and we go home in an hour. Jerry's very active in that group and has been for 10 years now. There's an annual retreat as well, and I think every Friday morning from 7 to 8, that's where Jerry is. And when I moved to Palm Desert, we started the same group, and it's done very well. And I think tomorrow morning I plan to be there at 7 a.m. to see Jerry. So we're proud of that. I'm very thankful that he's a dear friend in our life, and God bless you all.
Wow, this is more than I expected. And they're sober.
Not for long, the bar is open. And I'm ringing the bell. Dinner is served. Thank you.
Don't tell my nutritionist, okay?